Hey everybody. So I had this idea during a hike one day, going down these long, steep roads. And I don't know why I had the idea to do it, but I thought instead of walking facing the road where you have no view at all, why not just walk backwards where you have such a better view of things? So I know it's pretty silly. It looks silly. It feels silly. But ultimately, I learned you work a whole different part of your legs walking backwards uphill. So you work your quad muscles a lot more and your core, which I think spreading out that exertion is good, especially if you want to get the most from your hike and your exercise. Also, there's a big difference when you're looking at this while walking uphill versus just looking at that while walking uphill, right? So I thought, okay, I know it looks silly, but I'll do it. And, I passed some people and nobody stopped to ridicule me or ask me what I was doing. So, thank God for that. But anyways, so I also had the idea of walking downhill when I learned that you're activating different muscles when you're walking backwards uphill. What about walking backwards downhill? And, well, I couldn't really see a huge benefit to any particular muscle group. I did learn something interesting, though. Walking backwards downhill, it feels a lot safer than walking forwards. See, we all know what it's like running down or walking down a hill. It can be a little sketchy. You're definitely taking small steps and more sporadic steps. And you always kind of feel like, yeah, there's a 50% chance, maybe 60 or 40 in that ballpark, that you're going to fall and wipe out. And if you've fallen before and wiped out like I have as a kid growing up and even as an adult, you kind of already know how easy that is, especially if the ground is loose. You can definitely lose your balance and fall on your butt. But when you're walking backwards, and I know it seems crazy because you can't see where you're going and your mind says you're definitely going to fall. Well, when you do it, you actually have a lot more of your center of gravity working in your favor. And you find you're even able to take these large steps. And well, we ought to look behind us once in a while, at least for every 5 steps ahead of us. But after you do that, I'm not even looking back, and I just feel a lot more comfortable. I'm taking these elongated steps. My whole foot is planted on the ground, and I think because my body is leaning toward the hillside so much, I feel so much more stable. I don't feel like I'm gonna fall on my ass. And if I fell at all, well, I have my hands here in front of me to catch me rather than just falling on my butt, hurting my tailbone. So you could try it for yourself. Next time you're on a hike, some of you, I'm sure, bravado types will say, that's wimpy. I just go forward. I just run because I got these big pumping calf muscles and, and I'm just too much of a man to look silly. And to that I say, good day to you, sir. You are too much of a man. But for those of you that maybe want to take it easy or are looking at a hill that's pretty steep and maybe you're kind of new to challenging the terrain that you're used to going on, I suggest you try it. Try taking these very steep hills, going downhill backwards. And yeah, like any skill, the more you do it, the easier it will come to you. And I'm willing to bet you will agree with me, even you bravado types. If you try it, you will say, yeah, you know what? That I do see what he's saying, because I had to experiment with this several times over the course of 3 trips, 3 different hikes over, a month or so, just to know, is this true or is this my imagination? But it's true. If the ground is rocky or uneven, it doesn't matter. you still have a better ground walking backwards, going downhill, as long as you look over your shoulder or, every 5 steps to see what's there. But you'll start to notice there's almost this more, you'll get a better sense of the terrain when you're not looking at it in a weird way. So I just wanted to share this with everybody since I thought it was very cool. And I happened to be going down this, treacherous slope, which, a lot of people won't find the use in it, but this video ain't for them, is it? This video would be for people who like to experiment, try new things, and perhaps can find this useful if ever they're facing a slope that they don't want to look down at and risk manifesting their worst fears. Take it backwards. It'll not only be easier, but it'll be more efficient and safer. So anyways, I just wanted to share that with everybody. Have a good day and hike on.